The Chiefs, in the latest mock draft that we see from Mel Kiper, don't get a wide receiver like a lot of people thought. He has them going with cornerback Andrew Booth Jr. and defensive end George Karlaftis. What does that show you?
That Mel doesn't know how to do mock drafts?
Oh, come on, Mel.
No, listen, I know. I look at it, and we're allowed to make trades now. I finally forced that rule a few years ago. But seriously, you look at Brett Veach, the general manager, and Andy Reid, head coach. They've got 12 picks. They don't have 12 roster spots that they need to be filled. And they have 4 picks in the top 62 overall. So it's time to package some of those picks and move up and get a guy. The closest thing to Tyreek Hill in this draft is Jameson Williams, the wide receiver out of Alabama. Yes, he's coming off the ACL injury, but he's ahead of schedule by all reports, could be ready by training camp, and certainly is going to be ready in his rookie year and will be close to, if not at 100%, by the Super Bowl run for the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the guy that I would target. Now, a lot of other people are thinking the same way, and now I'm starting to hear more and more rumors about him potentially in the top 10. Could he go to the Jets at number 10? So that's interesting. But when you have all that capital and you don't have all that room on your roster, it's time to package picks and move up. And I think that if it's not Jameson Williams, one of those other top 3 or 4 wide receivers in this class.
You know, it wasn't their offense that derailed them. It was the defensive side of the ball that got them bit. I think when you look at the receiver position, this offseason, they went out and got a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster, who is a chain-moving receiver. He's not Tyreek Hill, no stretch of the imagination. MVS, a home run hitter, came over from Green Bay, can take the top off of it. And then you got Travis Kelce, who's still there. You got Mecole Hardman, who's still there. It's going to look a little bit different to our eyes, but you can still get some of the same production. You don't have to score 60 points to win every single football game. They need defensive help, much like you just said, Todd. They need cornerbacks. They need pass rushers. They need that in order to get back to what would it be, like a 5th AFC championship game?
Yeah, listen, I mean, we're talking about Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid, okay, like they're going to fix the offensive side. I'm not worried about that. I mean, they got a Hall of Fame tight end in Travis Kelce, a rebuilt offensive line that's, to me, in my opinion, the best offensive line in that division. And so we've seen Andy Reid, going back to his Philadelphia Eagles day, he had Todd Pinkston as his number 1 wide receiver, still went to an NFC championship game. So this guy knows I'm not worried about the offensive side. Like Keith said, it's on the defensive side, and I agree with Todd. Like 12 draft picks aren't going to make that roster. I think they're going to package picks and move up and go get specific guys. But I'm not worried about the offensive side of football as it relates to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.